Hi, Robin Barr from saddlebackbuzz.com. That's a blog that I write, or now doing a lot of videoing. How do you say that? Videoing. Um, don't you prefer to watch a video than read? I would. Maybe it's because I'm lazy in that way. I don't know. But in any event, that's the way of the future. You're going to see a lot more video now rather than text. People have uh, really have a preference for it, the statistics say, and it's the way of the future. So in any event, I'm bringing you today's blog about an event that's happening in our community. Usually I stick to the Saddleback Valley, and if you're in it, you know pretty much what the communities are, but I'm going to step outside of it just a little bit. There's an event going to be happening this Saturday in Tustin, California. It's at a place called Unity Church of Tustin, and they have beautiful grounds there. If you've never been there, it's just beautiful to go there for a couple hours just to stroll the grounds. They call it a campus, but it's not all that big, but it's very old property, and they have a lot of meditation gardens and little places where you can somehow have a little privacy and meditate, and each one has a different focal point. There's several different kind of ponds, and one has koi fish and waterfall, little water element. A few of them have water elements, and it's just beautiful to walk around and just walk among nature like that. And there's also a labyrinth for those of you who like that kind of stuff, and they have a darling children's park, a little play area for kids. I just love it. I think it's so cute. But in any event, it's a church, and it's actually a very inclusive type of a church. You don't even have to be Christian to go there. There's not much there that would offend anybody's religious beliefs, I don't think. They have all sorts of people attending. I think there's somebody Jewish who's on their board of directors, and it's just a very nice place. They're sort of a metaphysical leaning there, but it's a lovely place. And in any event, so they have a classroom that a group utilizes that I'm very active in. It's all right. How do you say it? It's an IANS group, and IANS stands for the International Study for Near-Death Experiences. And so a near-death experience, that doesn't mean, wow, a truck just almost hit you. That means the truck did hit you, and you're probably going through a series of experiences, although it's not always exactly the same for everyone, but it's similar, where you kind of rise above your body and you see yourself being worked on, and you may go further into the experience where you see some kind of a divine presence, or maybe some relatives that have passed away before you, that kind of thing. So, so the event this Saturday at Unity Church, it's going to be from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the classroom in the back of the church. I'll have all the directions and everything written below this video if you're interested. You're all welcome. It should be interesting for a lot of you who, if for no other reason, you just have questions about what really does happen after death. Is there something more than we just check out and that's it? Or perhaps you have a fear of death, or you're facing a serious illness, or maybe you've just lost somebody, or maybe you just didn't lose them, but you're still grieving over somebody that you lost whatever long ago, and you just can't get past it for some reason. Myself, I go because I'm just interested in the topic. I haven't had a near-death experience, but there are quite a few people there who have, and we always try to have a speaker every month who has had one, who's very generous to share what their experience is like. That you just can't often tell just anybody about this kind of experience, because often you'll be ridiculed, or people will think you're crazy, or that kind of thing. So it could just create problems for you in certain ways. So this is a safe place for people like that who can come share their experience if they want to, or just listen. It's also a safe place to not talk, just listen and take it all in, or ask questions or anything you like. And so the speaker this Saturday, which is April, and today's the 10th, so it's not the 10th. So what would it be? The 10th is 11, 12, 13, 14th. I hope that's right. August 14th. Should be a Saturday. Whatever Saturday is this week, the year's 2012. Okay, I should have checked that out before I started taping her. In any event, what's her name? Yvonne Ross. She is an oncology nurse who developed cancer, and she had two separate near-death experiences, one a year apart. And she really got to see what it was like on not only the other side of having cancer and being the patient instead of the nurse, but also what it was like on the other side after she went through this experience where she left her body and experienced utter peace that is undescribable. It's not anything that you've ever experienced probably in your human life, um, unless you've had a near-death experience. In any event, so she's going to tell her story about how she got cancer, what happened, and then what happened, uh, um, what happened that triggered the near-death experience where she died for some reason, and what she experienced on the other side. And she says that it what she learned and what she experienced helped her cure herself. That apparently whatever therapies she was getting wasn't doing the trick, and it didn't look real good. And she was able to somehow, and we'll hear how she did it. I'm not sure. I think she told me the details, but I've kind of put them out of my mind because I like to hear these talks kind of fresh. And so she'll describe to us what happened and how it changed her life. And now she's fine. And she's not selling a book, and she's not selling anything. She's just being very generous and coming to speak to us and share with us this very personal experience. Um, and it's going to help somebody in that room, at least one person. And if nothing else, it'll be very interesting, regardless of what your religious beliefs are. If this offends your religious beliefs, obviously, we won't see you at this meeting. And next month, we always meet the second Saturday of every month. My cousin, his name is Kiowa Michaels, and he didn't have a very dramatic near-death experience as some people do, where they see relatives and they see the light and beautiful scenes and they travel and all. He didn't have any of that. It's what he felt, and he's had three near-death experiences, starting with when he was 12 years old and he had a heart attack. And he'll explain his story and why what he felt when he went through these near-death experiences have helped him get through a life that has not been easy. Uh, he hasn't had an easy life. But his attitude is so beautiful that you would think somebody that has been through what he has been through would be very embittered and angry, and he's none of these things. He is just a beautiful, beautiful man who's gone through a tough time but has the best attitude you can imagine. Anyway, that should be interesting as well. There's no charge if you can't afford it. Nobody's turned away, but if you can afford $10, it goes toward paying for the room and a few expenses that we have in running the meeting. There's snacks there, so it goes for that kind of thing. So please join us, and if you can't make it this Saturday, you can come. You're welcome to come any other second Saturday of the month at 1 o'clock at the same location. And if you'd like to be put on the mailing list, I'll put some information on the bottom of this video so you can sign up for the mailing list, so you can at least get announcements who's going to be speaking every month and that kind of thing. So, all right, I hope to see you there. I think it will do something for you. Okay then, signing off. Bye-bye.